Namaste, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're at the top of the hour. We're going to give it just a moment for people to log on. And this will be a quick drop in. I do have some good information for you because we are doing things slightly different. I would say very different. Very different. Okay, letting everybody in. Hello, hello, hello. If you're just joining, welcome, welcome. Giving everyone just a moment to get logged in. While we are waiting, if you could put in the chat box where you are joining from. City, state, country. Let us know in the chat box where you're joining from. Hello, San Francisco. Once again, we're giving it just a moment for folks to log on, and this is being recorded. Hello, Toronto. We have a lot of people that have to watch the replay just for timing. Hello, San Jose. Edmonton, Tucson, Montreal. Hi, Tracy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will put in my coordinates. I am in, oh, that did not work out. I'm currently in Borlu, which is the Noongar Aboriginal name for these original lands. Others might know it as Perth in Western Australia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're all spread out today. I'm going to give one more minute and then we're going to get going. You know that technology can be tricky. San Francisco. I'm very excited to be back home. I'll be back in the Bay. I don't have an accent now. I'll be back in the Bay. I'll be back home for a little over a month and a half. I'm very excited. I haven't been home in, what, 6 months? How's Tucker? Those that follow me personally on Instagram or Facebook know that I have a cohort of various birds that treat me like I'm Snow White in a flock. Yes, and one of them is a very old galah. He's probably about 30 years old and he was on his deathbed. And now he's no longer on his deathbed and he basically runs the house. So if you want some laughs, you can follow me on Instagram. It's moonsugar4924. But I'm unfiltered there. I am in my whole Mel essence. So I'm not shy. But my birds entertain everyone. All right, we're gonna get going. Thank you all for joining today. It is always a pleasure to hold space with you all. I don't get to do as many classes anymore, so it's fantastic to be here. Once again, I want to acknowledge that I am on Noongar unceded Noongar tribal lands, Aboriginal lands here in Western Australia, and I founded Banyan on unceded Ohlone tribal lands in the Bay Area, and I want to honor that as the original peoples. I want to honor my own lineage of the original owners of the lands in the south of Tejas, at the Gulf of Mexico, and I welcome everybody into this space. Thank you for taking the time today. I know a few of you have done challenges and some haven't. Challenges or resets, we call them both, they kind of mix together. Um, I'm curious who has not done a challenge or a reset that's on this call right now. If you could just say in the chat box, like, nope, haven't done it. I'm just curious. No, okay. Welcome, Stephanie. It's nice to have you here. Nope. Okay. Hi. All right. Judith, thank you. Fantastic. So we are actually doing things a little bit differently this year. And I'm going to start with one of the things that we really need from you all. And instead of you paying for a class, this is the way that you pay Banyan. And of course, when I'm looking for it, it's not here right now. Technology. Polls. There we go. All right. Now, what popped up on your screen should be really simple information for you. You should know this stuff about you. It should take you 30 seconds. I need you to fill this out as quickly as possible right now, and then we will get going. And I'm going to talk while you do this. Why do we do polls? Why are you going to do a survey or a poll regularly? This is kind of like your payment to Banyan. We are a nonprofit. And in order for us to give classes for free, we have to do the hustle and bustle of raising funds, applying for endless grants. And when we do that, they ask us some of these basic questions. And so this is how you say, Banyan, thank you. Here's my currency, and it's my energy currency of filling out this survey. Thank you so much for doing that. And you are going to see this at the beginning of every class, so get used to it. It is just boop, 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 pop it in there and be like, that's my payment. Now, outside of that, I will never turn down a donation. So if you're ever in the space where you're like, I have this and I want to do something good, right here, you can put it towards Banyan. It goes directly into programming, so we can keep doing things like this and give it to the public for free. Wonderful. I see everybody answering. I appreciate you all. Taking about 40 more seconds. Oh, thank you so much. I know it's complicated. I've had people go, well, why do I need to do it? I already did it. And like each time you show up, you are a currency for the nonprofit. Your story, your being, your essence is a currency. And if we can note it here, and then we do all those fun, calculations and paperwork in the back end, then we could put it into the grant. And then, universe, creator, God willing, we get a grant, we can keep doing this work. Fantastic. All right, y'all rock. Thank you so much. Now, here's what we got for you. I'm going to share my screen and you can ask questions if you need. So hopefully you can see the pretty fruit and it says 7-day spring challenge. If for some reason you can't hop on and tell me, Mel, no, you're wrong. Okay. So the challenge is April 8th to the 14th. Oops. Okay. And the theme is spring clean. On your side of the world, most of you, I think, are going to be in spring. I'm going into autumn. And either way, we're calling in abundance. And when I say calling in abundance, I want you to think about what that means to you. What does living a life of abundance mean? What does calling in abundance? And I think what's interesting is when you typically search that term, what comes up is always about money. And it's so beyond that. Of course, all of us, want to have an abundance of cash flow. But abundance and living in abundance is so beyond the things that we can buy, the things that are fleeting and fast to leave. And living in abundance, it gives me chills when I think about it, because it is an act of being, and it's an act of doing, it's an act of presence and awareness. And it's so, so big and so great. So think about that. What is look for you? How does it look for you to live in abundance? So Living an abundant life refers to life in its abounding fullness of joy and strength for spirit, soul, and body. Abundant life signifies a contrast to feelings of lack, emptiness, and dissatisfaction, and such feelings that may motivate a person to seek for the meaning of life or change their life. That's a wiki. And then once again, what does it mean to you? And if you have a moment, write it down or jot it on your notes on your phone. And I'm curious, you can share some words in the chat box. I always love that. I love to hear from community. But I'll also be curious if you take a note now in this moment, and then April 14th, I wonder if there'll be any change in what living in abundance means for you. Just a little, little something. But if you do want to share a word that comes to mind, I'd love to hear it from you. Love to hear it from you. Good health in family and connection. Yes, those are all beautiful and very important things. And yes, we want an abundance of health for us, for our family, for our future generations. And health in our family for our future generations requires us to be healthy, clear and focused, service to others. See, these are beautiful things. Thank you for that. Energy, abundance of energy. Preach, Ruby. I'm right there with you. Okay. So our agenda, our objectives are things to know, new procedures, accountability, the 7-day challenge, schedule, and an optional little checklist that we have for you. So the theme, spring clean, calling in abundance. So you think spring, everything's coming to life. A lot of you are like, yay, I get to take layers off. Yay, there's sun. I'm not depressed anymore. Go, 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 grow, 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 grow. And yes, we want you to go. We want you to grow. We want you to expand. We also want you to remember to slow down. And so this is a quick and gentle challenge. It's not big like our Januaries. And we're asking you to slow down and enjoy the transition into springtime. The classes, there's not a whole lot of classes. There's enough. There's enough for this. And the classes are gentle and they're focused on really being present, healing, and living a life of abundance. And we're going to ask you to listen. Use all your senses. Listen to your body and reconnect to your higher self and your inner wisdom. Going within daily through meditation and journaling. And remember that there is a magic in silence. And often silence frightens us. How often are you in a position where you feel like you got to fill the space? I don't have to always fill space, and neither do you. And when we don't fill space and we're in silence, guess what? We really hear and we understand and we absorb. And that's what it's about. We're going to emerge into spring. We're transitioning into lighter meals, going from your winter meals, heavier meals. We're looking at lighter meals. We're even saying, hey, do you want to try out intermittent fasting? And we'll get into that a little bit more in just a moment. Do you want to give up some vices for the week? Many of you just went through things like Lent. You could treat this kind of similarly. But we're going to hit some of the top vices, and I'll get to that in a moment. And you're going to make rest a priority, soaking up all the spring daytime energy as you realign your wellness goals. You're going to learn from expert practitioners, and you'll feel supported, make some new friends, and hopefully you're going to have fun. So accountability. The Facebook group is up for accountability and multitasking here. And I'm not always the best at that on this kind of stuff, but I'm going to pop this in the chat box again. I thought I was. There we go. All right. In the chat box, it'll be there, so you have time to get to it. There's the direct Facebook link for the group. So we do have the Facebook group because the group gives another level of support and community, and we're all about community. What we've seen over the years are, I've seen people that have never spoke up and actually showing up and being like, asking for a support or just sharing a success. Or, does anybody know what to do with this, and post a picture of a vegetable, and then everybody jumps in, and it's beautiful. There is true community and true support, empathy, understanding. And I feel like there's been a really strong presence of people understanding the importance of just holding space and being witnessed. Not everybody always needs advice. And so the Facebook group, as much as I do not like Facebook, has been really wonderful for building community and just another level of accountability too. Many of you have done Coach Carmen accountability sessions. Those have been really successful. The accountability session during this week is not public. You do see many of them on upcoming months that are public, and anybody can join. This one will be just for the people doing the challenge. You'll have a few accountability sessions on Facebook Live, and practitioners will be popping in just to check in and be like, "What's up? How you doing? We doing good? How's the water out there?" Those kind of things, and take advantage of it. I mean, even if you don't feel like you have anything big to say, if you take the moment just to go, I'm just doing okay today. I promise you, you're going to give a moment of pause, a moment of reflection. Or if you're doing really great, then be like, I'm crushing it today, because we want to support you. Karen, I'll repost the Facebook link. Let me see. Here, I'll pop it in. There you go, chat box. And I'll give it again at the end of class. Food prep session. On Sunday, Chantal, she's on this call right now, she is going to do the food prep session with you. And so in the Facebook group, in the files, you will see what she is making on Sunday for her food prep. Now, last time we did these sessions, they were super fun. Everybody got on, and some people cooked with me, some people didn't. They brought their own food, but we all meal prepped at the same time. And it gave us the ability to all have our food, to have really healthy options for multiple days. And so I really encourage you, go shopping on Friday or Saturday, or even Sunday morning, and then show up. If you look at Chantal's recipes and you're like, oh, I don't like any of that, which I doubt, because Chantal eats really, really yummy foods. But let's say you don't like any of it, then get the recipes that you like and come and get on camera. Get a friend, get a family member, cook together, because that's also living in abundance. Let's see. There are going to be pre-recorded meditation tracks. Those will be on our YouTube, and those will be labeled in certain ways, like morning shower meditation. And really all you got to do is go and hit and play it, and let it do its thing. Listen to it, absorb it, be in the shower. There's a bedtime, there's a midday, there's like remember your why. So if you're like, screw this, what did I do? I don't want to do, why am I doing this? Well, pop on that remember your why recorded meditation and let it help you remember your why. That's something that we wanted to give you that you can use in real time, anytime that works for you. And then we have an optional challenge checklist. You can choose some of your vices to give up and be able to see how your body feels with this break from those vices. All right, let's keep going. So the new procedure is, in the past, you've been given the Zoom link to class in the Facebook page. The classes are all treated as individual now. And this goes back to us needing your currency to collect the metric information so we can apply for grants and ask donors for money so we can keep doing this work. And so the classes are individual now. That also means you can look at the schedule, or you can just go to the Banyan website and you go, okay, yeah, I want to do this class. I want to do this class. I want to do this class. And guess what? If there's a class you're like, oh, I really wish I would have did that class, it'll be on YouTube so you can retake class. All classes The Zoom classes are being dropped into our YouTube because this is another way so many people rewatch our classes. And this is a way for us to be able to truthfully respond and grant applications and say, we know that we have this, the analytics. We know that this many people are taking this class. And this is important information for us. So we made these shifts. So essentially we can keep doing this work. But what's also cool is because the classes are on the Eventbrite page, you go to our website, click on it, sign up the Eventbrite, that we're actually opening it up to other people who might not know who Banyan is, who just really want to learn, and then they come into this one class, and some of you are doing the challenge, some of you are just for the class, and then we welcome them into the challenge. And so it's another way of trying to build our community once again, so we can keep doing this work and reach more people. Retaking the classes, you'll be able to take them as many times as you want on YouTube. And you'll do a survey just like you just did right now. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. It's the exact same thing. You'll do it before each class. Now, here's the one thing, and you'll experience this when we get off of this class. There will be a quick screen that shows up whenever a class ends, and it's once again, it's going to be like, did you learn something here? It's going to be a question about you. And this is all private information. Your name does not go anywhere. It's just your energy currency to help us. Please make sure to fill those out. I cannot express to you, it is a lifeline for us, and we really need your support on this. Okay. Your schedule is going to be in the Facebook group, and it's going to look like it has every year. But what you're going to see is, like right here, if you want to do spring into bar with Joanne, you're going to have to sign up on the website. There are 2 classes. There is actually 3 classes. There's the meal prep with Chantal. She will give that link because that is just for the challenge. She will give that link in the Facebook page. Carmen's accountability. She has 2 sessions for this 7 weeks. Take advantage of it. She is going to give the link in the Facebook group. So it's just for the people joining the challenge in the Facebook group. And then here is your checklist. This is like, do I want to give some things up? So we pick some like top things, or do I want to complete some things? Give up or complete. Meditating in the morning, meditating in the evening, journaling, walking 15 minutes. And then here's some vices. No caffeine, no fried foods, fast foods, no refined sugar, drinking at least 6 glasses of water, consuming homemade meals, no technology 30 minutes before bedtime. This is a big one for every client I've ever worked with. Fasting for 10 to 12 hours. We'll talk about that in a minute. Worked out a minimum of 30 minutes. Slept 7 to 8 hours a day. No alcohol. I know, Karen, no caffeine. And let me tell you my no caffeine story in a moment. Take what works and leave the rest. And also remember, you can do anything for 7 days. And also, in this short time period, if you remove something and it rocks your world, like it's hard or your body is withdrawing, that is information for you, right? Your body is telling you, like, I need a break on this. And guess what? I know nobody wants to hear this, but we do need breaks on caffeine. We really do. We really do. And it's so helpful. But once again, you do you, boo. You know what you need. You are the captain of this life that you live. Take what you want, leave the rest, but also give yourself a challenge. Okay. So what is IF, or intermittent fasting? So for this challenge, we're keeping it really basic and safe. And it's important to always ask the guidance of your medical specialist when you're managing chronic medical conditions. IF is a way of eating. I say way of eating, or eating plan that switches between fasting and eating on a regular schedule. And research shows that intermittent fasting is a way to manage your weight and prevent or reverse some forms of disease. I have chronic, I have genetic diabetes in my family, both sides, deaths at really young ages from diabetic heart attacks. So it's in my DNA. I'm also finally lost the battle with Hashimoto's. I'm officially in Hashimoto's, and um, showing just some of the neurological and skin issues. For me, IF has been a game changer for my blood sugar, for my sleep, and for my brain clarity. You can truly get into IF in a really medical way, and we're not doing that. And I never tell anyone to do something without talking to their doctor first. But I will say, here's where we can look at it really simple. Something really basic. Let's say that it's a 12-12. You are eating during a 12-hour window, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You're fasting for 12 hours. Now, this is really a healthy way to eat because many of our ancestors kind of ate like this. When the sun comes up, when the sun goes down, no more. And so you're kind of taking out some of those, late night snackings or cocktailing, and you're giving your body, a lot of us, because we don't go to bed at 7 p.m., we're giving our bodies time to digest our dinner. And so you can look at this in a way of just really having a really simple, structured way of eating. And you're going to eat in this window. Some, which I typically do, 8-16, 11 a.m. is when I usually consume beyond my black tea or my black coffee, or MCT oil or coconut oil in my coffee. And then I start eating around 11. And that's fasting for 16 hours. Those are two really simple. Now, do I sit here and look at a clock? Absolutely not, because I'm against being strapped to anything. But this is something really interesting to test out because we do tend to like grab for things late at night. So eating mindfully, no calorie counting. And in the end, you know you best. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. So here we are. Join your Facebook group. Invite a friend. Ask a friend to do it with you. Download files to get started. And prep for your success. Plan your meals, go grocery shopping, go to the farmer's market. Oh, in California, y'all have some of my favorite fruits and vegetables are coming in for the spring right now. Clear your space. Spring clean. Clear your space. Where are you going to meditate? Where are you going to journal? Where are you going to stretch? Where are you going to do yoga at? Where are you going to just find that moment of peace? Create yourself a space. You're worthy of that. You deserve it. It doesn't have to be a whole room. It could be a corner, but it's yours. And it's for that purpose of your wellness and your healing. Participate. Like, don't be a creeper. Say, don't be a creeper. Show up. Say something. Talk to us. We want to get to know you. Other people want to get to know you. I want to watch you and honor you in your journey, as do the other practitioners and the other community members. And when there's a tough day, jump in, because you know what? We're all doing the same thing. So we're all going to have tough days, and we get it. So show up. And then I ask you, what do you need from us to start this journey? All right. Pretty straightforward there. It's 7 days, a week of putting focus on yourself, a week of maybe doing or attempting to do more meditation or more, it's definitely more awareness this week. Take what you want from it, leave the rest, be curious, try some new things on. We've got some cool classes. And you will see a lot of the classes are meant to like bring you back into your body. awareness. And then remember what living in abundance means to you. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? I did that pretty good. I did that in 30 minutes.
Mel, I have a question.
Yes.
Dinky is at work and she wants to join, of course, this challenge too.
Yeah.
Will this recorded message of yours being shown on Facebook?
Yes, this session is recorded, and when we get off, I'm going to edit it and I'm going to put it onto the YouTube, and we will send out a email to the Banyan audience that you can watch the replay.
With your PowerPoint, what you showed.
Ooh, it'll be on, yeah, it'll be on the recording. It'll be on the recording.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So your jobs right now are all to, get on the Facebook page, start thinking about, you can look at Chantal's meal prep meals, and also think about what you want. I want you to think about your week. How are you going to execute this week? Find some time to plan. Schedule 1 hour to sit down and plan how you want this to look for you. Write out, what does abundant living mean to you? What does it look like for you? What does it look like for you and your family? Write it out. Create a contract with yourself. And that's your why. And so when things get icky and you're like, oh, why did I give up caffeine? That's your why. Your why is for this abundance, and it's 7 days. And then, mama, you can get the double maki whatever with whip and blah 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 on day 8, and probably lose your mind because you have not had caffeine in 7 days. Caffeine is a tough one, and I do want to challenge y'all just to play with it. If the migraine or headache or achiness is severe, you can try to substitute green tea, which is still gentle. Or maybe you are shifting from those multiple cups of coffee a day into black and green tea for 7 days. That's still a little bit of a release on the body. Or if you're like, ain't no way I can do this and not have caffeine, don't listen to me. Do the caffeine. That's okay. But in the end, this is for you. Once again, take what you want, leave the rest, show up on the Facebook, plan your meals, clean up your space that's just for you so you can show up and do this work. Go to the website, choose the classes you want to register for. Your Zoom link for each class will go out 1 hour before into your email. Show up to class, be present, take it serious for yourself, because as soon as you're out of spring and you get into, which May, it's just next month, then you've got graduations, everybody's graduating, all these things are happening, you're going to have weddings, you're going to have travel, and then you're in summer. So 7 days, this 7 days is for you. You can do anything in 7 days. I believe in you. All right, friends, if you don't have anything else, we're going to close out. Thank you so much for taking the time today. I'm going to post this up, and please share this, invite your friends to join you. It's always fun to do it with a buddy. Okay, much love to you all. Be well.
Bye.
Bye.